It's Giants Cowboys on Turkey Day, and I don't know if you've been watching social media or not, but it's also the Beckham Bowl. It's the battle for Odell Beckham Jr. We spoke with RJ Ochoa of Blogging the Boys before the Giants Cowboys Week 3 game, and we're bringing him back because this is our Week 12 Know Your Enemy. RJ, you got us the first time, and now it's the rematch on Turkey Day. Let's get into it. You've probably seen the injury report. The Giants are really thin across the board. If you're Dallas's offensive coordinator in D.C., how and where do you attack the Giants?
You know, it's unfortunate. I really have, in the way that you can, enjoyed this Giants season. It really is a lot of fun to see the NFC East just so talented and so full of so many winners. And so that makes this Thanksgiving a lot of fun. Obviously, Cowboys fans are really used to this, but playing a division rival on this day makes it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, the injuries have kind of taken some of the wind out of the sails of this game just a little bit. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't confident. I'm a big fan of Adoree Jackson just in general, and so just a huge bummer when anybody gets hurt. Certainly a player you like, and certainly a player that can contribute to this game and make it a little bit more interesting. And so I think Cowboys fans are feeling very confident about this game as it was, especially after Sunday's performance in Minnesota. But when you do the math, when you factor in what New York's going to be without it, it does look like an uphill battle for them.
You said the words, I think Cowboys fans are feeling confident. When are Cowboys fans not feeling confident? Come on now. Yeah, but with all these, this whole laundry list of injuries, it's going to be rough. But you know how vulnerable we are. So what will you say, or where will you say the Cowboys are most vulnerable right now?
Well, coming off Sunday, it's difficult to find a spot, but in general, it's interesting where the NFL is at, in that everybody's playing so much small ball that teams are having a lot of success on the ground. One of the things I've been the most incorrect on has been the resurgence of Saquon Barkley, and it really is amazing to see one of the stars of the NFL, just dominate for one of the NFL's Tiffany franchises in the Giants. And so that's probably the thing I think Cowboys fans are most concerned with, is Saquon going off. And the Cowboys do kind of play down a little bit on Thanksgiving Day, a little bit down to their opponent. No disrespect intended there, but they're 3-7 in their last 10 Thanksgiving Day games. They've lost 3 in a row, and so you kind of could see Saquon just going off, having like 200 yards, and kind of being the face of this game, and being something that everybody's talking about as the Giants get back on track. I think Dallas has had some difficulty outside of last week containing people in the run game, and so Barkley is definitely their top priority.
Yeah, our New York Giants beat writer Paul Schwartz said that Saquon left, Saquon right. That's the formula. If the Giants are able to pull off this upset, how do you see this game going?
I think it would have to be that, obviously, for the Giants. Daniel Jones has not really had a lot of success against the Cowboys throughout his career, and it's difficult, I think, to imagine that happening. Dak Prescott has owned this team, to be frank, and obviously the first matchup of the season between these two teams didn't feature him. And so I think it would take kind of the rug coming out from Dallas in that sense. Saquon going off, some sort of combination of that on offense for New York, but then Dallas just, again, kind of playing down, not showing up. And when they lost last year to the Las Vegas Raiders, they did put up some big offensive numbers. They couldn't stop them. That was the big problem. But you could kind of see them coming down to earth, just falling a little bit flat, maybe smelling themselves off of the win in Minnesota, enjoying all the talk. It's tough. It is a game that they're very, very used to, but they have only won it twice in the Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott era. They have never won it under Mike McCarthy. And so things get a little bit weird on Thanksgiving Day.